Hey, field agents, the FBI here. We're doing this week's server analysis and doing a report on our new whipping that we took. We lost again, and the server we're doing is 873. I went 484 and 325. I was 150 in the good. That's about the only thing in the good. I'll tell y'all a little bit of story about what happened. Again, we had I don't know, we had about 15-20 shield drops, but we've had, for every shield drop we had a shield save from self-policing ourselves. I know one girl on our server, she killed 20 people in a little span of time, between big tiles, relics, shield drops. We had some, like I said, she went and killed like 20 people in like 4 or 5 hours Saturday night. So even though we got 20 shield drops, it should have been 40. It's insane, but here we go. But I don't know if the shield completely was the reason for this one. We had some failed attacks on some T1 traps. But they had I don't have a report because I didn't hit them, but they had someone like 675 million power, and Jesus, it looked like you'd just be able to eat it up quick. And he had some kind of badass setup. And we had 12, 14, 15 billion players hitting them and couldn't go through. And they have like 4 or 5 people running traps. But that was the one that was in the 600s. The rest of them were like 2.2, 2.9. But like every time, let's go and look. I don't have many bases listed, but let's go check their server out. I mean, here's the amount of bases they have that I have recorded. I don't know, I might have missed some this time, but I look pretty thorough. Let's hit the list. If you need chords, pause the video. And here's the bottom half. You can pause the video. Alright, we're going to go and look at them one by one. Alright, KOK 572731. Decent size alliance. I don't see any 40s or any paid castles. Skipping to the next one. Vietnam 404788. It's a micro team. All small. Sons of Anarchy. Farm Alliance. Alright. Oh. This is TLU Last of Us. I believe they had someone that was running a trap. He was parked right here. He's not here on the base right now. That's this one and that one. Okay. I believe it was this Jaguar 88. Alright. WFC. Yeah, I didn't have it on. I didn't do the thing. Alright, this WFC at 725910. They haven't won a Shanlons yet, but they got some decently sized player. Interesting fact, this server's never had a merger. We got talking in the world chat, server chat. Alright, going to the next one. Alright, Joker's not here, but he was one of the active traps. The player of interest. One of our idiots. I had to go and zero for a shield drop. Strawberry jam. Farm for sure. It's the lead killer. Yeah. Oh, there it is. It's Rusty's farming community. Honeymooners. Very cool. That's HMR. I usually do the castle so the name pops up. I kind of goofed that up. Okay, and here's the server's major team. TGT, the Goof Troop. While I'm looking, they had two big players I found from the server, from the buffs. Andromeda and JB Jay Brewski. He didn't play, but I did see him reinforce somebody. The reinforcement's killed. You know, it doesn't show the buffs. Well, I don't have Tower 43 or 44 yet, so I didn't get to see the buffs on it, but I know it's on up there. But he didn't actively play. But he did do that reinforcement. And they were tough. I never saw that. I don't think he used that guy. The Joker. Here's the Joker. That's a big chap. Indoor. Here's the other guy. I said, I never made contact with them, but I did it in a way. He was reinforcing somebody, and I know his ground reinforcing buffs were kind of on up there because they stopped my siege. They took some of my siege out. All right. Two 2.3. 4. 3. I think it's several decent sized people. But this is the team of interest. Now, I'm gonna go back to my server, get some monsters. I'm gonna pause it, and I'll give y'all the analysis part. Okay, my team tried to rally one time, and we had a failed rally attempt. I told them that we needed 10 more million people than they had to do the rally. So I wouldn't want to do it because we didn't have enough people. And they did it anyway without me. And then we splat it. So, well, I say we, but our server splat it. And that would be 3 through 6. And that would also be 1 through 5 on this chart. Came from that rally. Don't know. And like I said, and then that 675 million guy, he just crucified people. I mean, he had some reinforcements, but still, and his bus wasn't that great. Let me see. I'm gonna pause it again. Where's my button? While I look for it, I'll show y'all something funny. I told y'all about Joker. I was actually hitting Joker. And, he 18 mil on a 2.5. So, the only thing you hit it with is siege to even try to go positive on score. And, so here was him. He had heavy range. I had 1.1 range, 1.7 range. He only had 3 on siege. Hit 5 siege, 5 siege, 5 siege, 500. And then it went down to 220, 220, 2, 2. I mean, he had perfect setup for a trap. And I had been working on this on another server. But then here was indoor, which I told y'all he had them ground buffs that were just stupid. Because they're not really supposed to get siege. And he had to have ground speed on because I'll show y'all, I sent such a little amount that they should have never made it to him. Okay. And then, range was worthless. Range is worthless. He was there more or less to say he helped. And range is worthless against the siege. Okay, we established that. The only thing that really helped was this guy with the ground. And it was big ground, not little ground. what did I send? Because I had scouted them. I knew what was there. I modified it. I sent 400. 440. 3. 3. 3. 2. 2. I sent my layers down, and then I went to 50s. And I stopped. Okay. Results. I lost by a little bit. Okay. So I was kind of gauging them out. At this point, I'm down 30 million points. 30 million power. I'm not really sure how that equated back out to points. There's too much math in it because of how heavy the layers were. So we'll just base it off of power points. Made the adjustment. I had scouted, and he did a full heel. He went back to where he started. 3, 5, 5, 6. Actually, he went up. He raised it. 5, 2. He raised his very tops just a little bit. But his supporters didn't change. They just were in, but they wouldn't really make moving. I changed my march. You think bigger's always better, but when you're dealing with a trap house, precision is better. So what I do, I reduced my T15 to 200, 200, 200, 200, 200, 2, 2, 1, and then I kept the 50s. So I reduced 200 off tops, took the 200, made it 100, and then the 50s. And the result was now I was negative 30. This put me 60 in the good, so I'm 30 positive after clearing my bad. And I'm still not sure about the point disparity, the power, which you know that's not 100% equal. And then here was what made it funny. If you knew how to read reports, it was funny. I actually wrote him and told him I thought the shit was funny. So we both made the same adjustment. I scouted him. And he had healed. He had healed. I mean, it looked like it was going to be the same thing, right? I go to hit him. What happens? Because I had lowered my march even more. I was expecting even bigger yield. His same reinforcements, because no movements went in or out of his castle. He goes to the siege. He goes to this top siege. The 13, 14 is missing. He goes to them. So he reduced, I reduced, and what happened was we met and got the same result. We went about equal. So I thought it was funny. We were on the same mind path. The guy was really skilled. So I sent him a, hey, awesome gameplay kind of deal. Because I had reduced my 200 all the way down to 50. 100. 100. And I left this 2, 2, 2, 2, 100. 50, 50. But then I dropped these, where I had 50 here, I dropped it I dropped it off. So I took away from the top and bottom. And the result was I went good by 13, but so I took my 30 and my 13. I had 43 good on the exchange, and I walked away from it. But yeah, so I thought it was funny. But that guy, big props off to him. I'm gonna pause it till I find the next one. Okay, here's one of the people that my server got a lot of lost points against. This Rainbow. So I found Rainbow, and I was testing out some things. Because I always use the Siege. You know, Siege has its advantages, but I want to make the range where it works. And I did the T11 0 on the trap before. But after seeing how people were getting shredded hitting against it, I didn't think the T11s would work. So I kind of got scared. And we tried this. So what it is, like my new ground march, you know, we incorporate a different strategy of doing a bunch of different things on the top layers and then using traditional layers on the bottom. So I brought that over here, and it actually worked out. Not at all. I lost on the ground. I lost on the mount. Lost on the siege. The only thing that went positive on was the range. This T13 siege went positive. Even my range went negative on the T12s. But the T11s did go positive. So I believe in theory I could have done a big T11 and did like I did last server and effed it up. But like I said, I didn't want to brave it out. Let's just see how the T11 and 10 reacts. Because of the way he's set up with his percent and buffs versus my percent and buffs. That if you use this as a test hit, if I'd load it down to 11s and 10s, they should have, in theory, worked through his horses. We'll look over here and see what got killed. So notice it didn't even make it down there. Everything I killed was up here. Which that's doing these little micro attacks is killing the T1 traps. It takes away their effectiveness of the T1 mounts. And that's the whole goal. If you can launch the attack, well, they did get some. So it did reach the bottom, but if you less and less your troops, the less impact it has on the bottom means you did it better. Best possible scenario. If you expand all your troops, by the time you hit T5, T4, you made a perfect hit on the person. His layers did their work. Anyway, I took that. I acknowledged that the range was not going to work. So I went and did my traditional thing. And went back and did it with siege. Hold on, I think I seen something on the first report. Now that T13 might have been why I did the second one. Alright. Anyway, so come here. I put a little heat on it too. Because T1 mount's really weak against siege. So, well, it's supposed to be the other way around, but it's not when you're doing it to run out. So when I come here, I'll wipe the siege and the range out. Siege, 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 siege. Bottom siege. So these T1 mounts did get me 118. So I probably would have done better if I would have sent about 10% less than what I did. If I'd have sent 1 million instead of 1.1, I probably would have had the same results, almost with less damage. But let's see what I did send, just to give y'all an idea of this. So what we sent was 220 15s, 220, oh, 2222, okay, 22222, 220, 15s, 14s, 2222, 13s, 2222, just lazy typing. I did take 222,222 12s. Same thing for the 11s. $23,000 10s. 22,000 11s. 2,000, 2,000, 2, and stop. Yeah, so yeah, that worked pretty well. They yielded 106 million points positive. Alright, I'm gonna pause it till we find another one. But that guy totally, that setup he's got, if you did a full power attack to it and you were mid 2,000%, like 25, 2,400, he was just shredding you. He was shredding people. My teammates that was hitting them was like 23, 2,400, and he was just devastating them. You know, he'd lose like 60, 70 million, and they were losing like 400 and 500 million. and pause it. He was well built. Okay, so that was the last of the reports I could find. If you play these people, just be ready to. You need to be really patient. I went for the temples, and I didn't have anybody really fight me on the temples. I went and killed bosses at their base, and nobody messed with me. And then they were really polite on server chat, so I left their base because I'm not really like that, but I was trying to get a chance to win server and flip the score, but they wouldn't hit me. But then when they were so nice, I just left because they were being so cool about it. Yeah, they did on. We did a throne truce. They held the throne truce up. So if you make a deal with them, you can trust these guys. We also did a humor truce. I told them that would be part of the bargain, and they kept it for the most part. So, but because I told them I was going to do this, but from my experience, I mean, they're over relying on trap houses. And if you go there, just be expected to just expect everybody to be a trap house. Expect everything to be a trap house, no matter how small it is. It's rough. The guys are really skilled. They haven't merged for nobody, but it don't seem like they're going to. But that's it. We'll see y'all around. Check us out on the next analysis. If you haven't signed up with the channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Later. Boo, boo, boo. Hit that button.